All right, welcome to session 3 of these videos, and today we want to talk about focus. What the heck is focus? Well, let's look at it from a definition, and you can see that if we bring this up, that focus, the first one, the center of interest or activity. This generation has made the environment a focus of attention. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up focus, I've had the chance to work with a lot of you over the weekend and just within the Discord server. And it seems like the majority of the strat traders that are out there, this is what you all have in common. The first thing is you have a passion to learn how to trade the strat and change your life. Second of all, you're following the wrong people as far as how to learn how to trade the strat, because the majority of these places that are teaching it, they're not really teaching you anything. The only thing that they're doing is telling you where you should buy and where you should sell. That's a paid service. And if that's all you want to do, and if that's what you choose to follow and trade, then that's strictly up to you. But what I have found is that the majority of the people who embark on that journey with the paid service, they get extremely frustrated with it because they're truly not learning anything. And for a lot of the traders that I've met, the one thing that I've always noticed, we all have something in common. We have this passion to learn, and we're very analytical. And because of that, we're never going to be satisfied until we have what we want as far as our process and how we trade. So the very first thing I would challenge you as a trader is that if you are new to trading, or if you've had experience trading and you've been getting your butt kicked, you've got to ask yourself why. And in my opinion, it all comes down to focus. And this is one of the things that Rob would really, really stress, is that you've got to focus on what's moving. And he would call it full time frame continuity, while others would call it something else. But I'm going to try to stick to the terminology that he used that helped me out so much. And full time frame continuity is such a powerful thing. And for my setup or my process within Thinkorswim, I've got that right here where you see the day, the week, the month, the quarter, and the year. And this is how I determine if a stock is in full time frame continuity. And it's very simple. Green is full time frame continuity to the upside if they're all green, and if they're all red, it's full time frame continuity to the downside. I mean, how much easier can you make it, right? You've got to understand how they all play together, and that goes back to that domino video that I showed a lot of people. But you have to understand that Thinkorswim is this powerful, powerful platform that allows you to script all this, because the number one question that I get within the Discord is, how do you find all this stuff so fast? And it's because as an analytical person and with an IT background, I've chosen to pay it all up front, where I learned how to script all this and how to make my job a lot easier by using this wonderful thing called a computer in front of me. And so this is one of the scripts that I have right here, or it's one of the scans. And if you guys want this, I mean, first of all, join the Discord server and I'll just give it to you for free. And if that's not good enough, just email me and I'll send you the uh, I'll send you I'll send you the script if that works. But this is one of the scripts that I use, and this one is in my watch list here, and it's just labeled full time frame continuity up all stocks. So basically, at a high level, what this thing does, this goes out to the market and it filters upon the criteria that I gave it, and then it returns all these stocks that have full time frame continuity to the upside. And you can see that because right here, like this is one that I just did in the last video, DuPont. we have full time frame continuity for the daily, the weekly, the month, the quarter, and the year. So immediately my focus is on full time frame continuity to the upside. Now, why upside? Because if you look at the overall big picture right now, you can see that these four ETFs, or the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, and the TNA, are in a uptrend. That's what the A11 stands for. And all that is that where the two simple moving average on the daily cross the 10. That is how I've defined an uptrend. You might define it a different way. That's fine. Whatever you use to help define and to show you that you're in an uptrend, stick to it. I'm not asking you to change. I'm simply saying define it. Because if you've never defined what an uptrend or a downtrend is, you're going to let someone else define it for you. Don't be that person. Do the work. So now that I know that we are in an uptrend, I am only going to scan for full time frame continuity to the upside. Okay? And if you look at DD here, we have this beautiful crossover right here that tells me that there's a potential, and let me stress potential, there's a chance that this thing could continue up higher. And how do I know that? Because when I look at DD here on a bigger time frame, we've got this beautiful setup right here on the year for a 2-1 up. And you can see we triggered up higher right here. So if we continue to move higher, my very first target on this is 85.16. Now that's just based on the year. So for the quarter here, you can see that we are already at target. That's why I'm saying, it has the potential. Doesn't mean that it'll get up there. It means it could. And if it does, you can see where these crosshairs line up for the quarter and for the year, and that would be that 85.16 target right there. All right. So hopefully this helps you focus on the right stuff. Now, if I wanted to, I could do this the opposite way, right? I could take this and I could do my scan to the downside for all stocks. And you would see that we're returning a few right here with full time frame continuity to the downside. And so one of them is Dollar Tree. You can just see how this thing is red across the board. So in a bearish market, these would be the ones that I would actually focus on. Now, you can focus on other ones too, but I have a tendency to ride the trend, right? To follow the trend, not to trade against the trend. So keep that in mind too. If you're losing money and if the market is moving up, then why are you shorting? And likewise, if the market is going down, why are you buying long? All those little things you have to ask yourself along the way. Am I focused? And for some of you, what you need to do, because with the strat, if you look at the strat right here, you have 3 candles. These are the strat combos right here. And so how many candles do you need? Minimum of 3, right? So for some, you might need to come in here and you might have to zoom in on these time frames right here and ask yourself something as simple as, do I have a setup right here for the strat? And here's the thing. If you don't, you need to move on, right? You need to move on. It's as simple as that. Focus on the setup. I think as traders, sometimes what we like to do, we like to come in here and we like to, dial this thing back as far as we can. And it really confuses us because for some reason, as traders, we always have this desire to swing for the fences. And I'm telling you, you don't need to do that. You just need to be focused and just follow these simple strat combinations until we hit target on one of the time frames. That's it. That's all there is to it. So in closing, what is your focus? All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll talk to you later.